Hello, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about writing equations of lines in slope-intercept form. By the end of this video, you should be able to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. So the objective of this video is to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Let's review what the letters mean. M in slope-intercept form stands for the slope of the line. B stands for specifically the y value of the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So we're going to be given a problem and asked to write the equation of the line, such as this one below. Write the equation of a line that has a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of 0, 4. In order to write the equation of a line, what do we need to know? We need to know the m and we need to know the b. So we need m and we need b. Let's read back the equation. Write the equation of a line that has a slope of 3. Well, if the slope is 3 and m stands for the slope of the line, that means that the m value of our equation of our line is going to be 3. The question also tells us that the y-intercept is 0, 4. Well, the b value is the y value of the point where the line crosses the y-axis, or the y-intercept. The y value is 4, which means that our b is 4. So, we could write the equation of our line by merely substituting in. M is 3, so we go 3 in for m. And b, we found out it was 4, so we put 4 in for b, which gives us the equation of our line as y equals 3x plus 4. Go ahead and try on your own to write the equations of the lines that have the given information. Please press pause, and when you're ready to see the answer, please press play. When trying to work out these problems, hopefully you remember that you need to know two pieces of information. You need to know m and b. It's helpful to write down the slope-intercept form before you ever get started. And then you can write down m equals and b equals to help keep track of what the m and the b are. So as you read through the question, you would have noticed that the m, which is the slope, is -2. You would have also noticed that the y-intercept is 0, -3. So the y value of the y-intercept, which is -3, is b. So m is -2 and b is -3. We're not done yet though. It asks us to write the equation of a line, not just find m and b. Once we find m and b, what do we have to do with the m and the b values? Well, you have to substitute in the m in for the m, so -2 in for m, and the -3 in for b. This will give us y equal to, so we're no longer going to see m, but we're going to see its value, which is -2. The x stays x, plus whatever our b value is. Our b was -3, so we changed the b to -3. Giving us in the end y equals -2x plus -3 can be written as just -3. Go ahead and try to write the equation of the line right here if you have not done so already. Notice it has a slope of 5, so again we're going to write the equation in slope-intercept form. And we need to find m and b. Our slope is 5, so our m is 5. The y value of our y-intercept is 0, so our b value is 0, which means our equation is y equals the m, which is 5, times our x, plus our b value, which is 0. Well, you wouldn't normally write it as 5x plus 0 because 5x plus 0 is just 5x. So the equation of our line is y equals 5x. The next thing you're going to be asked to do is to write the equation of a line from a graph. Well, it's not much different from when we had the questions before. We still need to write the equation in y equals mx plus b form. And in order to do that, we need to know what m is, and we need to know what b is. Well, looking at the line, nowhere are you told the slope of the line is so and so. You're just given a line. So we need to remember that m on a graph is also rise over run. So we can find our m value if we can find our rise over run from this graph. So a reminder, to do that, we pick 2 points where it crosses through the corners of the graph. We call one of them our starting point, doesn't matter which one, and we call one of them our ending point. And we figure out what our rise is. Our rise is 1, 2, 3. So we have to rise 3 to get from our starting point to our ending point. How much do you have to run or go over? You have to go to the right 1, which means your run is 1. So your rise over run is 3 over 1, which when reduced is just 3. So our slope is 3. The b value. Now our b value is the y value of the y-intercept. Put more easily, b on a graph is where the line crosses the y-axis. What value does the line cross the y-axis at? You notice the line crosses the y-axis at a positive 1, which means that your b value is 1. So we can write the equation of our line then as y equals, our m was 3, and our b was 1, so it's y equals 3x plus 1. Again, to find the equation of a line from a graph, we had to use rise over run to find our m, and we had to find where the line crossed the y-axis to find our b. Go ahead and try to write the equation of the line shown in this graph on your own, pressing pause, and when you're ready to see the answer, please press play. I went in and found a couple of points that on the graph where it crossed through the corners, giving me whole values, and I noticed that my rise is -1, and my run is a +1, which means my m value, or my rise over my run, is equal to -1 over 1. -1 over 1 reduced is just -1. So my m's -1. What about our b value? That's where it crosses the y-axis. Where does the line cross the y-axis? It crosses at 5. So my b value is 5. Which means the equation of my line is y equals -1 x, and that's a +5. Here's 2 final examples. Okay, for the first one, you notice that your m value was, picking a starting point and an ending point, our rise was 2, our run was 3. So your slope was 2 over 3. Your b value, where it crossed the y-axis, was -4. So your equation then was y equals 2/3 x minus 4. For the next one, You pick 2 points in order to find the slope. Your rise over run was -1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So your m value is -1 over +4. Your b value, where it crosses the y-axis, is +3. So the equation of your line then is y equal to m -1/4 x plus your b. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write the equation of a line that fits a problem situation. You decide that you want to mow some lawns next summer to earn some extra money. You have $50 already, and you're deciding to charge $30 a lawn. Write an equation for the total amount of money you have after mowing our lawns. Now you could work this problem without the idea of slope and y-intercept, but what we're going to do is we're going to relate the ideas of slope and the idea of y-intercept to this problem situation. Let's take a look. Slope in a problem situation will almost always be some sort of rate of change. It's a recurring, or it's an amount that happens over and over again. The y-intercept is some sort of starting amount. That amount is added only once, or subtracted only once. So if we're looking at this problem situation, which amount is added over and over again? So you're earning money. What are you adding over and over again? And what are you adding or subtracting just once? Let's read back through it. You decide you want to mow some lawns next summer to earn some extra money. You already have $50, and you decide to charge $30 a lawn. Write an equation for the total amount of money you have after mowing our lawns. So our m is an amount that recurs over and over again. Well, you're charging $30 a lawn. That means every single lawn you mow, you charge an additional $30. It's an amount that's added over and over again as you mow the lawns. So your m is 30. Is there any amount that you start with or that is added only once? Well, the answer to that question is yes. You already have $50. So that amount is added just once, meaning your b value is 50. So if we were going to write an equation of the line that represents this problem situation, all we would need to do is keep our m and our b. Remember, m is 30, b is 50. And we can write the equation. Y equals 30x plus 50. Go ahead and read through this problem on your own. Try to find the equation that represents the situation, and press play when you're ready to see the answer. So you've read through the problem. You're building the fence, and materials are costing you $3,000. You're going to hire a helper for $10 per hour. We need to write an equation for the total cost of building the fence. So we need an m and a b. B is our starting amount, again, and m is the rate or the amount that's added over and over again. How much do you pay no matter what? If you're building the fence, what amount do you pay even if you don't build the fence? Well, if you just buy the materials, it's going to cost you $3,000 whether or not the fence is built. Well, what's your rate? What amount are you adding over and over again to your cost? Since you're hiring a helper for $10 per hour, every hour that you hire that helper, you're going to pay that helper an additional $10 every single hour. So that's a recurring amount. It's a rate. So $10 per hour. So our equation then is y equals mx plus b. Since our M is $10 an hour, we're going to go 10 times X plus our B is 3,000. And here we've written the equation of a line that represents this problem situation. Alright, here's our last problem. Go ahead and work out this problem on your own and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Alright, since you drive an average of 60 miles per hour, every single hour you're adding another 60 miles. That's a recurring amount, an amount you add over and over again. So your M has to be 60. Your B, since you've already driven 500 miles, that's your initial amount that you start with, 500. So your equation then is y equal to M, which is 60, times the X, plus your B, which is 500.